Most men think getting a woman to text you first is about saying the right thing. A clever message, a funny line, something witty enough to grab her attention, so they try harder. They send longer texts, they send memes, they ask questions. They keep the conversation alive with constant effort. But if you've ever done this, you already know what really happens. The more effort you invest in keeping the conversation alive, the less effort she feels she needs to make. Slowly, without realizing it, you become the engine of the interaction. You start every conversation. You carry every topic. You push every moment forward. And she simply responds when she feels like it. Not because she's trying to hurt you, not because she dislikes you, but because human psychology follows a very simple rule. People value what they invest in, and they forget what costs them nothing. Let me tell you a short story. A guy I knew once met a girl at a small gathering. Nothing dramatic happened. Just two people talking in the corner of a room filled with music and background noise. They spoke for maybe 30 minutes. They laughed. They shared a few small stories about travel, music, and the strange things that happen in everyday life. It felt natural, comfortable. The kind of conversation that flows quietly without effort. Eventually the night ended. They exchanged numbers. Now here's the interesting part. The next day he sent one message. Just one. Something simple. He said, "I enjoyed our conversation yesterday." She replied. They talked for a few minutes. The energy was light. Then right when the conversation started becoming interesting, he ended it. Not abruptly, not coldly, just naturally. He said, "I have to run. Continue this later." And then he disappeared back into his day. Hours passed. The conversation stayed unfinished. Something subtle started happening inside her mind. The human brain dislikes incomplete experiences. When an interaction ends while emotion is still present, the mind quietly returns to it later. It replays the moment. It remembers the tone of the conversation. It remembers how it felt. That evening, she texted him again. Not because he demanded attention, not because he chased her, but because curiosity pulled her back into the conversation. Most men believe attraction grows through constant contact, but in reality, attraction often grows in absence. In the quiet moments when the mind revisits a memory, when curiosity slowly builds, when someone wonders what you might say next. Human attention is a strange thing. It moves toward what feels slightly out of reach, not completely distant, but not completely predictable either. Now think about how most texting conversations actually go. One person asks a question, the other answers. Then another question appears, then another answer. Slowly the conversation turns into something mechanical, predictable, safe. Eventually the energy disappears. Messages become shorter, replies become slower, and the conversation quietly fades away. Why? Because the brain stops paying attention when nothing interesting is happening. But when conversations carry rhythm, something changes. Imagine talking to someone who makes you laugh, then suddenly disappears for a while. Your mind begins wondering where they went, what they are doing, why the conversation paused. That curiosity becomes a small psychological hook, because curiosity creates emotional investment. The mind wants closure. It wants to continue the unfinished experience. And this is where most men sabotage themselves. They try to remove uncertainty. They explain everything. They reply instantly every single time. They make themselves completely predictable. And the moment predictability appears, curiosity disappears. Now, this does not mean ignoring someone or pretending you don't care. Silence alone does not create attraction. What creates attraction is emotional rhythm, warmth followed by space, attention followed by independence, presence followed by mystery. When someone feels that you enjoy talking to them, but do not depend on the conversation, something subtle shifts in their perception of you. Your attention starts feeling valuable, and valuable attention invites effort in return. Let's look at another small detail that changes everything: the way conversations end. Most people stretch conversations until they slowly collapse. Messages become shorter. Energy fades. Eventually, someone sends a dull goodnight. The interaction closes quietly and leaves no emotional trace. But imagine ending the conversation differently. Imagine the moment when the conversation is still interesting, when she is laughing, when the energy is still alive. That is the moment you pause, not because you want control, but because you understand the rhythm of attention. You say something simple like, "I like talking to you, but I need to get back to something. Continue this later." Now the conversation ends while the emotional tone is still positive. The brain remembers emotional peaks. Later, when she checks her phone again, that memory returns. The laughter, the curiosity, the unfinished moment. And slowly her mind reconnects with the interaction. Another important element is the life you live outside the phone screen. If your day revolves around waiting for her messages, she will feel that energy even if she cannot explain it. Neediness leaks through behavior. It appears in how quickly you reply every single time. It appears when you double text after a few minutes of silence. It appears when your mood shifts depending on whether she responds or not. But when your life has direction, something changes. You reply when you naturally have time. You enjoy the conversation, but you don't depend on it. You step away when your day pulls you somewhere else: work, friends, goals, experiences. That balance creates emotional stability. And stability is attractive because it signals confidence. People are naturally drawn toward individuals who feel comfortable with their own space. Another powerful trigger behind someone texting you first is emotional association. The human brain links feelings to people. If she laughs during your conversation, the brain connects you with that feeling. If she feels curious while talking to you, the brain associates you with intrigue. Over time, those emotional links grow stronger. Later, when she feels bored or wants a pleasant distraction, her mind remembers the source of that positive feeling, and that memory quietly leads her back to you. Not because you forced the interaction, but because the experience felt good. Attraction grows quietly like this, through emotional memory rather than pressure. But there is something even deeper behind this dynamic. People text first when they feel they might lose access to your attention. Not because you threaten them, not because you act distant, but because your attention does not appear unlimited. When someone senses that your time and focus are valuable, they instinctively invest more effort to maintain that connection. It is the same psychological principle that makes rare things more desirable. When access feels earned rather than guaranteed, appreciation increases. This is not manipulation. It is simply how human perception works. Value grows when attention is balanced. So how do you naturally reach the point where she wants to text you first? It begins with how you see yourself. If you approach every interaction believing you must constantly keep her interested, you immediately place yourself in a position of pursuit. You become the one seeking approval. And approval is never attractive when it feels one-sided. But when you approach conversations with genuine curiosity and self-respect, the dynamic changes. You are not trying to impress her every moment. You are simply sharing moments of connection. When she feels that balance, she begins investing emotionally as well. Another subtle factor is unpredictability. Not the chaotic unpredictability that creates confusion, but the natural unpredictability of someone who lives a full life. One day you might send a playful message. Another day you might disappear into your work, your hobbies, your friends, your ambitions. Your life continues moving forward. That movement creates intrigue because people cannot fully predict where your attention will go next. And the mind naturally focuses on things it cannot fully predict. Over time, small psychological seeds begin growing inside her thoughts. A memory of a joke you made, a story you told, a conversation that ended too soon. These fragments return to her mind at unexpected moments, when she is waiting somewhere, when she checks her phone out of habit, when she feels the small urge for connection. And that is when the message appears. She texts first, not because you demanded it, not because you chased it, but because curiosity and emotional memory quietly guided her back into the interaction. That is the real shift. You are no longer pushing the conversation forward. Connection now moves naturally in both directions, and attraction grows quietly in the background, built not on pressure but on curiosity, rhythm, and genuine human connection. This is Velian Code. Decode the mind, master your presence, and everything begins to change.